I'm gonna have you start at the top of your mats this week and just start to ground yourself, gently using the bottom of your feet to push the floor away from you. Standing upright, pulling the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, pulling your fingertips and shoulders down towards the ground, and start to lift your kneecaps up towards your hips. Can you hear the music? No, you can't. I have to share it. Continue breathing. We're focusing on our breath right now, taking big, deep inhales through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. On your next inhale, we're going to take a big, deep breath in, bringing the arms up above the head. Let's wiggle the fingers, and we're reaching, trying to find length. Continuing to use the bottom of your feet to push down on the ground. Shoulders are moving away from the ears, not forcing any of the movement. We're breathing and exhaling. Your next exhale is bringing the hands behind the head, clasping them behind the head. Opening up the chest, opening up the lungs. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Remember, it's a three-part breath. As you inhale, you're letting that lower abdomen expand, followed by an expansion of the mid-abdomen, and then the chest opens up. And as you exhale, let's bring the elbows in towards each other. And then inhale, open up the elbows again, opening up the chest, opening up the lungs, and exhale. Shoulders come back in, elbows come back together. Deep breath in, keeping the chest lifted, opening up, and exhale. Next inhale, we're going to bring the arms back up. You can bring your palms together. Just take a look at your thumbs, bring your focus and attention there. As you breathe in deeply, feel your breath travel down all the way to your feet, back up through the hands. And as you exhale and release, you're going to fold forward, bringing the hands down right in front of you. Just letting the head hang. We're going to spend about 5 breaths here. So if you want, you can grab a hold of your elbows and just gently ragdoll, let your body sway. Lifting the hips up to the ceiling. Just gently letting the chest move closer and closer to the knees. 3 more breaths here. Just gently swaying from side to side. And next exhale, let's bring your hands, place them just below the knees. We're going to straighten the arms up, straighten the back. Move the chin towards the top of the mat. And exhale, hold it here. Just gently pull the shoulders away from the ears. Keep your sight up on the horizon. And after this big inhale, you're going to breathe out, placing the hands right down in front of you. Stepping that right leg back. The left leg comes back. Pulling the chest down towards the ground. Chest hits the ground, top of the feet onto the ground. You extend the arms straight. You pull your chest forward. And exhale. From here, you're going to tuck your toes. Move the hips up to the ceiling. I'm going to hold here for 5 breaths. While you're in this position, you can just spread your fingers out nice and wide. Continue lifting the hips up as you inhale, drawing the energy of your heels down towards the ground. Get 2 more breaths here. Inhaling, trying to fill the lungs up to its full capacity, and then gently letting it release out. Your next exhale, we're going to walk our way back up. Feet towards your hands, moving to half lifted position. Arms straight, back extended, gazing up towards the horizon. And exhale, fold forward all the way. Hands down, chest towards knees. Head is relaxed. And gently, one vertebrae at a time, you're going to start to stand up. Bringing hands up above your head. Gazing up at your thumbs. And exhale, you're going to bring your hands down, palms together, right here in front of you. Take a big deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to turn towards the left side of your mat. Keeping the chest lifted. Gently pushing the hands into each other. Inhaling, bringing it back to center. And exhale. As you twist towards the right side of the mat. Gently bringing your gaze over your right shoulder. And bringing it back to center. Take a big deep breath in, pushing the hands into each other. We're bringing them back up towards the ceiling. And exhale. Folding. Chest to knees. Head drops towards the ground. Take a big deep breath in. Place your hands just below the knees. Extending the arms straight. Back is extended. Your next exhale, we're going to place the hands down. Step both legs back. If you need to, you can bring your knees to the ground. But lowering as we pull the chest towards the ground. Elbows are tight, close to the body. Get down. Top of the feet onto the mat. Extend the arms. Pulling the chest forward. Exhaling. Tucking the toes. Drawing the hips up to the ceiling and the energy of your heels towards the mat. Holding here for 5 breaths. As you inhale, continue to pull the belly button away from the legs. Keeping the hands spread out nice and wide. And gently pushing the ground beneath you away from you. You want to bring your gaze to your belly button. Let's get 2 more breaths here. I'm going to try to stay connected and focused on our breath. And as you exhale, walking your feet towards your hands, moving directly to that half lifted position. Chest is lifted up halfway, back is extended, arms are straight. We're gazing up, bring the chin towards the top of the mat. Let's exhale, fold forward, drop the head, and inhale, we're going to bring it all the way back up. I'm going to add a couple more movements here. So exhale, bring your hands down, shake it out. I want you to bring your toes together, your heels are slightly apart. And then from here, we're going to bring our hips towards the ground and our hands up towards the ceiling. And once you're down in this position, keep the chest lifted. Pull the hips towards the floor. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. You want to keep the chest lifted. If you notice, the lower you go, you start to bend forward. Bring it up some with the chest lifted. And the feet stable on the ground. If you can, bring palms together. And draw your attention and your focus to your thumbs. As you breathe in, I'm going to get 2 more breaths here. And your next exhale is fold forward all the way, bringing the chest to the knees, dropping the head down, and inhaling, extending the arms straight, extending the back, lifting the chest up halfway. Exhale. Place the hands down in front of you. Step the right leg back. The left leg comes back. We're pulling the chest down to the ground. Elbows close to the body. We're in a controlled movement here. Inhale. Draw the heart forward. Arms are straight. Exhale. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. And then your next inhale, we're going to bring our right heel up towards the ceiling. Left heel still coming towards the ground. Bend that right knee. Moving the right foot over towards the left side of the mat. Big deep breath in. And push your bottom of your foot over towards the left side. Take a big deep breath in. That right heel comes back up to the ceiling. And exhale. Bring the right foot in between the left and right hand. From this position here, you're going to keep your left heel up. We're going to bring both arms up. Your feet should still be about shoulder width apart. The left foot should be on the left side of the mat, the right foot to the right side of the mat. And then from here, spin your left heel down. You're going to open your arms out to a T. Moving your body towards the right knee. Using the outer edge of your left foot. And on your next exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step the right leg back. And we're going down, bringing our chest to the ground. Inhale. Pulls the heart forward. Exhale. Hips to the ceiling, heels to the ground. Take a big deep breath in. Left heel up to the ceiling. And exhale. Bend the left knee. Right foot moves over towards the right side of the mat. And a big deep breath in. Left heel back up to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring the left foot in between the right and the left hand. From here, we're lifting up, keeping the right heel up. Arms come up above the head, gazing up towards the ceiling. And exhale, spin the right heel down. Open your arms out to a T. Turning your chest and hips towards the right side of the mat. And just use the outer edge of your right foot to move you deeper into that left knee. Exhale. Left hand comes down, cartwheel the right hand down. Step the left foot back. And exhale. Chest to the ground. Top of the feet. Extend the arms. Pull your chest forward. And exhale. Tuck the toes. Heels to the ground, hips to the ceiling. Hold here for 5 breaths. Use this as a time to reconnect with your breathing if you've lost that connection. Doing your best to keep your breathing in between your nose, in and out of your nose. Get 2 more breaths here. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your knees to the ground. I'm going to try to place our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. And then from here, continue with our breathing. As we inhale, we're moving our hips towards our chin and our chin towards our hips. Exhaling. Inhaling, we're going in the opposite direction. Arching the back, moving the chin towards the top of the mat, opening up the chest, and continue to gently keep that pressure applied on the ground as we push it away. Inhaling up and exhaling, rounding the back. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Give it a few more. Inhaling up and exhale. And gently relax. You got 30 seconds before we begin. Get your water, get your towel, wipe yourself down if you need. Got about 20 seconds. We're going to be doing burpees. So from standing position, squatting down, bringing the hands out, and then back. That's one way. 3 seconds, and let's go. You can come up on your toes when you come up as well to add a bit of another element to it. Or if you need to break it down, you can start with the squatting motion. Squatting down, coming up, lifting up on the toes, arms up. The most important thing right now is that you're focusing on our breath as we move. Even if you're not moving, continue to focus on the breath. If you notice your form breaking down, take a break, re-energize. Don't sacrifice your form. You want quality reps. It's not always about how many you can do. If you're not doing them correctly, take your time. All right. You got 30 seconds, 30 seconds. We're going to be doing lunges next. So we'll start with the right leg, take a break, and then we'll do the left leg. Show you a few ways you can do them. You can do them one static, where you're just coming up and down as low as you can make it back up. Or you can step back into the lunge. Find a breathing rhythm that works for you. Maybe exhaling as you come down, inhaling on the way up. And as you're in that lunge position, try to keep the chest upright and not bend over. You want to protect the back as well as strengthen the core. Taking your time. Linking your mind to your movement through breathing. Taking note of how the body feels as we go through this. A few seconds more. Breath still remains deep. And let's relax. 30 seconds and we switch up. How we doing? Thumbs up? Still with me? Okay, same thing for the left leg. Then if you need to, you don't have to do it all the moving. Just straight up and down. If you need to lean onto the wall, that's fine as well, or a chair. And let's go for it. Big deep breaths in, keeping the chest lifted, head up high. Bringing that knee straight down as low as you can get it, while being able to maintain balance on the way back up. Using your entire respiratory system to breathe. You're not just filling up the lungs by expanding the chest, but using the abdomen as well. Doesn't mean sucking it in, it means pushing it out. As you inhale, and when you exhale, it gets pulled back in. Less than 10 seconds. And relax. So I'm going to have you join me on all fours next. Wrists on the shoulders, knees under hips. And then from this position, in about 10 seconds, we're going to lift up the hips, knees about an inch off the ground, and hold. Let's go. Bring the head up. We don't want to come too high, and we definitely don't want to be on the ground right now. But if you're on the ground, you want you to get those knees up, do your best to get them up at least an inch. Anyway, focus on the breath. Close your eyes, watch your breath as it travels through your body. Oxygenate those muscles. Put the belly button away from the ground. Inhaling deeply and letting it out slow and controlled. A few seconds to go. And exhale and relax. 30 seconds. You're going to join me on your feet. Feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart. And we're going to be doing bob and weave. So you're going to squat down, come down, up, and over to the other side. You want to pivot on that back foot. And let's go for it. Find your breathing rhythm, connect it to your movement. You're pulling yourself down, you're pushing yourself away from the ground, pushing the ground away from you as you come up. As you come up and pivot, that back foot, it should be stable. Don't want it to be flimsy, you want to have balance. So you're pushing off. Keeping the chest lifted. And the breathing even and steady. But we're challenging it. Got less than 30 seconds to go. Speed it up as well. Bring yourself low. Come back up high. And relax. About 20 seconds. We're going to be doing some squats. You start feet together. Squat. You're going to step out wide. Squat. Step back in. Squat. Step out wide to the opposite direction. Squat. Let's go for it. Keeping the chest lifted. As you're squatting with the legs open wide, try to keep the knees open. Don't want them to collapse. By opening them up, you help to strengthen those glutes. Glutes get killed every day from sitting. Just to help to show them some love, wake them up. I've got my hands here in front of me. You can place them anywhere you want, except for on your legs, preferably. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Keeping the back straight, hinging at the hips, as if you're sitting down into a chair. Just pull yourself down to the position. And relax. 30 seconds. Okay, so we're going to focus on our obliques. So we're just bringing the knee to the elbow. Knee coming to the elbow. If you feel like you want a bit more of a challenge, add a squat. You squat, pull yourself down, come up. You're pulling the knee up to the elbow. Pulling the knee up to the elbow. Bring it up as high as you can. If you start to feel you're tipping over to the side, try not to bring it up as high, and work with that position where your posture is straight up as possible. Remember, you're moving within our own bodies. Using the breath to help us to connect to our bodies. You're inhaling. Try to inhale as much oxygen as you possibly can. And once it's done, when it's done, let it go. Repeat the cycle. Exhaling, bringing that knee up. Right up to the side. And relax. We're going to lie down on our backs. On our stomachs. And you can start with your hands down by the side of you with your feet together. And we're lifting up for a bit more of a challenge. The further you move your arms above your head, the more challenging it'll be. And let's go for it. Find that steady breathing. Lifting, lowering. Lifting, hold, lower. Lift, hold for a second, lower. Once again, working these back muscles that get beat up from sitting down all day. Find that steady breathing. Shoulders come up, chest lifts up, head comes up. A few seconds more. And relax. Come up. Starting in this position here on all fours. From here, what we're going to do is going to move our bodies forward, pulling the chest to the ground, and back up. Bring your hips to your heels. And let's go for it. And if you're looking for a bit more challenge, you can bring the knees up off the ground. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. We're almost there. If you need to take a break, just visualize yourself in the movement so you're ready to get back to it. And relax. From this position here, I want you to bring your heels together, open up the knees, and you're going to bring your hips all the way back towards your heels. Extending the arms out in front of you, allowing your chest to melt towards the floor and your hips to your heels. We'll be holding here for 2 minutes. Focus on our breathing here. Once again, trying to inhale as much oxygen as we can. I want it to be a nice, steady breath. You're finding that your breathing is choppy or interrupted. Ease out and stretch a bit. And allow yourself to be able to breathe back into that position. Trying to be as still as possible. As we breathe, feeling the entire upper body, the chest, the back, the abdomen, Everything expanding, making room for that breath. Breathing in deeply and taking note of how our heart rate is starting to drop back down to normal rate. By controlling your breath, you can directly affect that. And exhale, slowly come up out of this position. And you're just going to extend yourself out. Bring your elbows down in front of you, your hips to the ground. I'm going to try to keep your shoulders above your elbows, bottom of your hands, the palm of your hands onto the floor, and the chin is lifted, shoulders relaxed, and we're just breathing, eyes shut. They can be completely shut. You have them closed gently. Taking note of where you find the most sensation in your body. Watching your breath as it travels to that destination. And once it gets there, release it for a new breath. Shoulders are relaxed. Present here in the moment. Directing your breath towards any tension you may feel, and letting that tension go with each exhale. Fresh air, and exhaling what we don't need, getting rid of it. Slowly coming out of that position when it be in the seated position. Start with your right leg straight out in front of you. You're gonna bring your left leg and cross over the right leg, the bottom of the left foot as close to flat on the mat as possible. And then from here, you're gonna take your left hand, place just behind you, and we're going to twist in towards the left knee. If you can, get your right hand, bring to the outside of the left knee, and twist. If not, you can try to grab a hold and hug the left knee. You want to keep the chest lifted, gently pulling your gaze over your left shoulder. Keeping the chest up. Inhaling and exhaling. Keeping that right leg extended out. And just very gently pushing the right heel away from the body. Use that opportunity in between where the breath is inhaling and exhaling, to move just very slightly deeper into that position. Once again, remember to keep the breath steady and deep. The breath is too shallow. The body won't relax. And that's what we're doing right now. We're relaxing. Let's gently move out of this position. And we're going to switch. Bring the right foot and leg over the left. Either hugging onto the right knee, pulling your chest towards the knee, or taking that left arm and putting the outside of the right knee, the right hand slightly behind. And now let's go for it. Gently bring your gaze toward your right shoulder. Let's take a quick peek. See what's going on back there. Remember, an option also to hug onto the knee. We want to keep our chest lifted up, keep that energy of the chest moving straight up. Twisting from the belly button. Gently moving the left heel away from the body. Deep. Exhaling, twisting deeper into this position. Taking the biggest breath possible. Exhaling it nice and slow, just letting it leave without forcing it out. Relax. Alright, I'm going to lie back. Heels together, let the feet fall out to the side. You're taking your shoulders and you're tucking them underneath your body. You turn your palms up to the ceiling. And just hold and breathe. Allow your body to rest, gently melting into the ground. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling, getting rid of what we don't need. Note of the chest rising, You inhale, and as it falls, when you exhale, and slowly start to wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes, feeling the energy moving from our feet up into our legs, through the knees, into the hips, throughout the abdomen, into the chest. And extend the arms up. Take your time sitting up. Come to a comfortably seated position. And let's give ourselves a round of applause. Thank you for joining us. I had a great time guiding you through that workout. I hope you enjoyed yourselves.
George, thank you so much, man. And thank you for coming on a little early for me as well. I appreciate that. Now, how do you guys like that exercise routine with George? Did you feel it? And tell the class some of the benefits of that type of workout, George.
Well, that type of workout, I mean, it's everything that you need in a workout. You're gonna get your flexibility. You're gonna get strength training, as well as working those muscles that you use every day throughout your life, whether it be sitting in and out of your car, moving up around your desk. You'd be surprised if you count how many squats you actually perform a day. One thing that's always happening is your body is always working out. It's always adapting to its environment. So if you're
Yeah.
sitting down, you're not moving around much, your body is adapting to be as efficient as it can. So that might mean muscle gets lost because your body doesn't need it, so it starts to drop the muscle. So it
Hmm.
really, when you don't use it, you do lose it. So
Yeah.
I try to incorporate regular movements that we do throughout the day, and it's more of a movement practice. You shouldn't worry if you're being challenged doing these movements. That's good because that means that now you have something to work on. You have a baseline where you can start. If you're not able to touch your toes now, do a little bit every day and watch the progression as it happens. But if you're not putting the work in, you're not going to see the results.
Yes. You have to put in the work, most definitely. And you're right, touching your toes, something as simple as touching your toes. There are people who have problems doing that. But if you
Absolutely.
try little by little, just start work on stretching, flexibility. That's going to make a difference. As I always state, our pets do it. It's innate within them. They're going to stretch, and they're stretching as if they had a hard day's work. But we need to do the same thing. And also, when you stretch, it gets the blood flowing. Okay, that helps so much with especially with the elasticity of the joints. It's so important that we do this. We just take it for granted, and we wonder why we hurt ourselves. And something as simple as squatting, something like George said, we do it every day. But as you get older, okay, and those gluteal muscles get weaker and those quadriceps get weaker, a lot of us have issues just sitting up, standing up. And then we end up walking around with a cane because we need assistance to do this. But it doesn't have to be that way. Like Chef Babette, 73. I mean, she's running marathons. I mean, come on, doing 100 push-ups, doing 100 push-ups. This is what our body is meant to do, to work. We're meant to do the work, but if you don't do the work, this is what happens. And I'm hoping that you guys are committed for the next 3 weeks to see what is possible because you're conditioning your body up until this point. But it's the work that you put in the next 3 weeks that's going to help you get to where you need to be. And I want you to feel that because sometimes the hardest thing to do is to show up. Sometimes it is, and I understand that. But you show up because you're doing it for you. That's the most important thing. And I was told years ago that anything worth having is worth working for. And if you want that body, you want your health, it's worth working for to get it. And we can help you get there. All you have to do is show up and show out, okay? Be there for your body. Be there for your family. Be there for those who you love, okay? Because they need you too. They need you to be healthy. If you have children, you want to see your children grow older. If you have grandchildren, you want to see them grow older. You want to be around, and you can be if you take care of yourself. Look, no one knows what tomorrow is going to bring. That's true. But we want to have a quality life. We don't want to cause any kind of issues by pure neglect on our part by not taking care of ourselves. We can do this, all right? And I'm telling you, if you really want it, you can have it. But you got to put in the work. Your body will thank you for it. Now, we have a class on Saturday, a special presentation, and I'm hoping you guys can make it and that you will share the link. It's the same link that we have for the class here tonight. Share it with your friends and family and invite them to come on to learn a little healthy cooking. And there's a Q&A right after. So please, please, please show up because I think you will enjoy it. And it's not that long. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And it goes until maybe 11:45, 12 o'clock. Then we have a Q&A. All right. And don't hesitate to ask any questions because Chef Israel, she's a metabolic health coach. And this is what she does as well. And she has her own business as well, where she does this healthy cooking. And I know because I use her services for many years. As a matter of fact, that's where I was getting my dinners every night. All right. As Donna knows. So now I had to cook on my own, but that's okay. That's another story for another day. But anyway, Marjorie, I hope you enjoyed this class. And I need to connect with you. Charmaine, I hope you enjoyed the class. Right? Liz, right? Paul, I know you're there. Appreciate you being on. Kilana, I know you had a hard time coming back from work, but you made it in. Thank you so much. Cynthia, you're on. Brenda, Trisha, I'm calling your names because I know you guys are serious about achieving your goals. So that's why I'm calling you out to say, congratulations for showing up and believing in yourself. This is what it really takes, okay? So eat healthier, yes. Move that body, yes. And also, it's about mindfulness, being aware of where you are and what you're trying to accomplish. That's what it's about. And being within a community of like-minded people who believe in you. And what Trisha said, I appreciate the stretching. Thank you, George. Yes, the stretching is so important. Don't you feel good and relaxed after stretching? I mean, I stretch every morning. Charmaine said, thank you, George. You're welcome, okay? And again, I stretch every morning. Now, a morning doesn't pass that I don't stretch because I know the importance of it. I know how it makes me feel. And even when I go to the gym, I do a little light stretching again before I hit the weights. Margie said, let me see, Liz said, have a great rest of the week. See you Saturday. See you Saturday, Liz. Take care. Margie said that. George, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just wondering if anybody would be able to share how they're feeling the next day after the workout or even how they're sleeping.
Yeah, does anyone have a testimony of how they feel after the workout, the next day? Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel more rejuvenated? Tell us. Kilana said, haha, it's been a busy day and I hate that I missed the exercise portion, traffic and appointments. Yikes. We understand. I'm glad you made it. I know you're doing what you can. Brenda says, I will be leaving on a cruise tomorrow. Well, take us with you, Brenda. What are you doing? We'll try to see if I can get into the next two classes and Saturday, or I will be in the gym. Okay, but look, enjoy the cruise. That sounds really nice. You know, one thing about cruises, though, I understand is they put all the food out there, all you can eat. You know, all the food you can eat on the cruise. So just be mindful of that, because I know that you deserve it. And you're gonna have a good time. but enjoy yourself, definitely. Just be mindful and don't overdo it. And come back, come back. We're going to have the classes going for you, and definitely. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us as well, because we're here for you to help you out along your journey. And in life, you got to live your life, you got to enjoy it. Will be a test of discipline, Brenda says. Yes, it will, okay? All you can eat buffets, it's going to be a test of discipline. But we're going to send out positive vibes that you're going to be okay. I don't want to say anything negative. I know that food's going to be good, but just enjoy yourself and move your body. Do some dancing while you're on that ship, okay? Exactly. Come on, let's get it done. We're going to make use of it. All right, so any questions at all? Kiana, usually post-workout, George, this I think this is for you. Usually the post-workout the next day, my muscles feel a little sore, but not too bad after Tuesday's class. After Tuesday's class, my torso was sore. Okay. Okay. But okay, I mean, talk about soreness, George. That's a normal occurrence.
Well, it is absolutely normal because what you're literally doing is you're micro tearing your muscle fibers. So
Right.
that's why it's important to get the proper nutrition and then rest after a workout and stretch so that way you get that blood flow back to the muscles so they can repair themselves. And that's when you see the results.
Right, exactly. I often tell people when they're working out, especially if you're doing some type of weight training, it's when you're resting your body, is when your body really recovers and rejuvenates and rebuilds. You're tearing down the muscle when you're actually working out that day, but it's the next day where it's rebuilding. So,
That's
and
magic
that's
time.
a form of work. What's that?
That's magic time.
Magic time. But stretching is so good because it really helps you to recover quicker when you're stretching. That's why I'm an advocate for that. And don't be afraid to go back to work out the next day after that because it really helps get the soreness out. So this is all good. But the key is to make it a lifestyle, make it a habit. We brush our teeth every morning, or even after each meal, some of us, we take a shower every morning, all right? Exercise, move your body, make it a part of your everyday lifestyle. That's the way to do it, make it a part of your life so that you feel like if you don't do it, you feel guilty, like I'm missing something. And that's the way it should be. Psychologically, I feel bad if I don't get to the gym after a couple of days. Like, hey, what am I doing here? I mean, my body is going to be okay, but psychologically, I'm like, what am I doing? Why didn't I make it to the gym? But I always try to get something in at home. If I can't get to the gym, I'm going to work out at home, for sure. Like I said, I do 100 push-ups a day, gym or no gym. But that's me. And that's something that I feel good doing that. And I do my stretching and I do my crunches in the morning before I start my day. All right, so because I know the importance of it. I know I need this body to take me to where I need to go. I can't take your body. I have to take mine. Okay, like I said, no one is going to do it for you. You have to do it yourself. So and that's what we want you to feel like doing it yourself, getting it done, and you won't regret it. Right? So I'll see most of you hopefully on Saturday. But think about what you're going to be doing. Are you going to keep track of what you're eating? Are you going to keep track of your fruit and vegetables? Are you going to move your body? Walking is an awesome exercise. We all can walk. Thank God for that. Consider getting those steps in. I've known so many people who've lost 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds just walking. That's how powerful walking is and walking can be. And if you add a little strength training, a little weight training to it, you're good to go. Muscle tone, and you're going to feel really good. Okay, and be mindful of the food that you're eating, especially those of us who like to eat a lot of carbs. Because as I often share, when you eat a lot of carbs, your body has to burn off the carbs before it gets to the fat. So if you're eating a lot of carbs, no matter how much working out you're doing, you're not going to get rid of the carbs. You're going to still have the fat. So if you try to eat low carbs, cut down on carbs so that when you exercise, you're going to get to the fat a lot quicker and you're going to lose weight a lot faster that way. Because many of us, we love carbs. And the worst kind of carbs are the refined ones. You know, the sugar, the processed foods. That's the worst. And they stay on your hips for a long time. So be mindful of that. If you really want to get to the fat, make sure your carbs are low. Not non-existent, but low, so that you can, you know, get to your fat a lot, burn the fat a lot quicker. All right? And that's pretty much all I have for you guys tonight. I'm hoping that you enjoyed this session and that you will stay committed and motivated to stay on course and stay focused. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach us, to reach me. Any questions at all. Even, well, Donna's there as well. You can reach Donna. And so don't hesitate, okay? Because we put this program together with you guys in mind, because we know what it can do. We know how it can help you if you do the work. You know, we can't do but so much. I can't reach into the screen and say, do it. I can only hope that my words will inspire you and will touch you, that you would feel like you can do it. And Tricia, you're most welcome. All right, so with that being said, I look forward, I'll send a link out to the class, to Saturday's class again. I'll send a reminder, but you have the link. If you're here on this link, it's the same link. All right, so have a wonderful rest of the evening. And I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. God bless you all. See you under the lights on Saturday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, George.